In this video, we're going to focus on how we can give, when we have multiple data sets, how we can make the tooltip nicely matching the color of our bars. And more specifically, the borderline we grab here from the bars, we put it in the tooltip background color. So let's start to explore how we can do this. In this video, we're going to focus on one of the viewers' questions, which is how to color the tooltip based on the bar color in Chartjs. And this question came from one of my other videos about how to add more information in the tooltips in Chartjs. And if we scroll down here, you can see this question came from Mauro Daniel Meza Zamora. So a special thank you to Mauro Daniel for asking the question. This is what Mauro Daniel asked. How to make my tooltips look different on each color bar on the bar chart in Chartjs. Alright, so let's start to explore how we can do this. So to do this, we're going to get us first the default code. So we make sure you go to chartjs3.com, getting started, or this specific link, which is also in the description. And we scroll down here and going to grab this chunk of code here. So just copy this. And if you want to understand what this code does, make sure you watch this video that explains all the JavaScript on it. I'm just going to paste this in here. And once I did that, I'll just cut out the title here, put that in there. Alright. Save this, refresh, there we are. So now we have this, and what I want to do now is just add up additional bars, which would be probably the most likely situation here. So we're going to put in here additional bars in the data sets. So let's assume here we have different data sets. And every data set has a different color. So what we're going to do here is basically, let's select one of these colors, is to remove one of those, or at least leave one intact. Alright, and then finally here somewhere I'll just grab this green color in the center. There we are. So if I save this now, what happens is basically we have now 3 different bars here. And all of these, or basically these 3 different data sets, have an individual color as well. So let's start to play around with our tooltip now. So the first thing what I want to do here is, of course, in the options, I'm going to put in here the plugins. And in the plugins, what I'm going to do here is indicate tooltip. And then make sure you have a comment down there. And then the next thing is the following. Well, first of all, what I would like to do is to put the tooltip cloud at the top and the caret, which is the triangle here, pointing down. So if you point to the bottom, we need to say here Y align. This is related to the caret, so we say here bottom. The moment we do this, save this, you can see here now the cloud will be on the top and the caret will be pointing down. That's the first thing. The next thing what I want to do, I want to remove here the square color, because the square box or the color box has no value anymore, because we're going to use the color anyway, so there's no need to give it a visual color there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say display colors, and then make sure we make this correct, and then we indicate here false, meaning we don't want to display the colors anymore. And as you can see here, there we are. So now the final item is based to grab the color. So we can choose, we can get the border or the background color here, or the border color. In my case, I would suggest you just get the darker color, which is the background color, or sorry, the border color. That's more solid. So we're going to play around with that. So what we're going to do now then is basically this. We're going to use here the command of the background color. So we say background color. And this background color, here we could basically put in a color. Let's say we put in here red. And if we save this, you will see here now we get a nice background color of red. Of course, we don't want this. We want this to be dynamic. So what we need to do here is not to put a value in here, but we're going to create a simple function. And this function here has a parameter of tooltip item. And basically what it does is it will extract the object of tooltip item. So to make sure you understand this, what we're really doing here is to make a callback function. It says, hold on, before we even get the value, we want to make a callback, and that's basically a function, and grab the tooltip item, and then start to do something before we grab the color. So we're going to make this a callback. So because of that, we need to use here the arrow function operator like that. And then in here, what we can do, the first thing is to do a console log. My goal here is the console log is just to show you what is the tooltip item. So if I save this here, refresh, open up the developer tab, and now if I hover over these items, you will see here nicely the array, or at least something's happening. But if you look very carefully, you can see here sometimes there's an array of 1 and sometimes there's an array of none or 0. Meaning here, sorry, we don't see anything. This happens if we are hovering over it and afterwards it will gradually disappear. So this is a normal functionality. So what we want to do here is to be in the one with the array of 1, indicating that it can find something, it reads something. Because if you're on a white space, it doesn't read anything, but here and then there, like the after effect has an impact. And if you look here, we have here now the tooltip information, which is the X and Y coordinates. We get all of the information here, but this tooltip is not important for us. But the tooltip items with an S is very important for us, because here we click on this, which is index 0, which is correct, because when we hover over one item, it will show it. And you can see here the data index, and we can see here as well the more important item would be, let's see, if you go and search here, is that the data set? That's the one here, the data set here. So we have here the background color and the border color, and that's, in this case, it's black here. So that's probably this item here. Alright, so we can see as well data index, that will mean this index here, because it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we get all this information here, and what I want to do now is then to extract the specific color. How to do this? If you hover over it, you will see you get a tooltip, and this is the tooltip information. Tooltip items 0, meaning index 0, which is correct because the tooltip items 0. Then we go here to data set, and then we go here to border color. Alright, so let's start. So we say here tooltip item, and then we're going to say here tooltip items index 0 dot, and then what we're going to do here is we go to dataset, and then we're going to look here for the border color. Alright, so once we grab this, we can save this, refresh, and let's see now if we grab the color. Alright, so we get the color, except there's one issue. Here we get this error. So let me explain why this error appears. Well, the error appears basically, remember when we saw the one with the index and after a while there was no index. What happened is really, it's like the transition. It's basically here, and then the moment we move away, that after effect creates somehow something. So that is not a real issue. We can solve this right now. So we're going to solve this right now by just making a simple if statement in here. So we say if tooltip item, and then we say tooltip item dot tooltip items. And what we want to do here, if the tooltip item has a length of 1, or basically it has an index, if it reads an index, in that case we want to trigger the console log. It's very simple. So once we did this, save that, refresh. Alright, so now we can see this works nicely. So now I can just reassign this into a color. So what I want to do here, I'll just say here this, and then we'll say here return. And what we're going to return, well, basically just this specific item, put it in there, semicolon here, and a semicolon there. Save this, refresh, and now we have all the colors nicely in here. Beautiful. And that's basically the way how you can do it in multiple data sets. So if you like this video and maybe you want to know even more, well, first of all, I highly recommend you to watch this specific video about how to add more information in the tooltips. Absolutely phenomenal. But this one here, maybe you want to do it specifically for the line chart, I would recommend you to watch them. How to color the tooltip based on the line colors in Chartjs.